Do you want to
So
answer that question, Ms. Sitaraman, that you were the ones who gave him amnesty in the first place?
Somebody who has done his tenure in the prison after due process of law, and if for some reason had to be sent away, is not as if he's violated the law or he's bypassed the law and he's been sent out without trial or punishment. So to hold the BJP responsible during the NDA regime for having let out somebody who's undergone his prison sentence, I think is unfair, especially when the Congress has to answer a lot of things about what happened during the drop itself, the arms drop itself. So to treat both things at par, especially after this man has gone through the trial and been serving his term in the jail, is not equal argument.
I will really trust Ajit Doval. In this case, here is a man who spent a lifetime handling these kind of cases, and I would not sort of just dismiss offhand when he says that there could not have been the involvement of any intelligence organization in triggering an armed revolution against an elected government.
But we just heard Ms. Chaudhary say, Ms. Sitaraman, that the BJP is doing this country a disservice by picking on the faults that are being made, not looking at the good work being done by the government, because it embarrasses India internationally. So maybe that's something the BJP should also be looking at. That's what Ms. Chaudhary said.
Excuse me. Are you then expecting the principal opposition party to sit and say even their mistakes are their credits? It's not good enough to tell us to keep quiet when they have gone to Copenhagen with the paper. Is the BJP responsible for that? Who took the paper? Who made the list of 50 most wanted? Not us. And for us to just say it becomes such a sensitive and rubbing them on the wrong side.
But Ms. Chaudhary, are these lapses not reflective of a larger systemic problem? There were promises made by this Home Minister post 26/11 that a NAT grid will be set up, there will be a Directorate of Intelligence, we'll have a Joint Intelligence Committee. Clearly, several promises haven't been kept and the systems that have been put in place are not functioning adequately. There were promises like the NAT grid, Directorate of Intelligence, which this government committed to, and yet we haven't seen any forward movement on it. Ms. Chaudhary? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that you feel that there's not adequate movement on the promises that were made. The groundwork that needs to take and the gestation period of those takes a bit of a while. There is no need for us to suspect the government's intent in settling matters, and it would really help if the main opposition would be a little more responsible, not be nitpicking. You know, this is the kind of hair-splitting mentality that they have, which is the reason why they're sitting in the opposition in the first place. So, in certain issues, it is important that we come together and we say, yes, this is the failure that's been done, this is what we need to do to set the house right, and we have to go forward. And when we mature into that kind of an opposition role and a mature democracy, then we will evolve as a country that will be able to take on. And let's also realize one thing, that despite all this finger pointing, today India is first amongst equals. In the past 10 years, what we have achieved in terms of our image and profile internationally can't be reduced to 2 failures by the CBI or 10 failures by some officer who's goofed up, or 500 people who haven't done their job properly. And that is what we need to respect. And that is what we need to focus on, that we go forward and we give the youth of this country a task, that what they will do to set things right and inherit this nation.